The following is a production of New Mexico State University.
Listen to you talk, you speak so clearly. There's little doubt about the things you say. Your face, your hands, the way you move your body. Say when it's time to eat, to sleep and to play. I take time to listen to my baby. I take time to listen to my baby. I take time to listen to my baby. To hear your wants, your needs, as you tell them all to me.
What an expressive language babies have. Although it may be months before you hear the word mama, your baby is clearly communicating with you now, talking to you about being hungry, wet, happy, sad, scared, and sleepy. The things your baby can tell you about meal times can make the job of being a parent a lot easier and more fun too, if you will just take the time to listen. The key is to learn your baby's signals. Once you know these signals or cues, once you learn to listen to your baby's baby talk, feeding will be less of a chore and more fun for both you and your baby. Parents who have learned to listen to baby talk about food say that feeding their babies has changed from a hard job to a fun time. Just listen.
It's fun to see them learn to eat. When you first feed them the baby food, they play with the food in their mouth and they're not used to it. And so it's funny to see them eat, and it's enjoyable, I think.
And I got the enjoyment of holding her and burping her and feeding her, and made me feel that I was helping out with my helping my wife do something too, raising my little girl.
It's fun to feed my baby. He usually when I hand him a bottle, he'll look at me in the eyes, and he just wants to look in my eyes, and I look in his eyes because he feels like, I think he's happy that I'm the one that gave him the bottle and that I'm the one that satisfied his need to his hunger. So I think he likes for me to just sit there and look at him.
I breastfed with my first one. He's going to be 10 now. And we're very close, and I'm very close to this one also. She's real attached to me. I can't leave her with babysitters. But that's a part of being a mother, and it's really wonderful. I think it's great.
With newborns, feeding time is one of the few times they are awake enough for you to talk to them and really enjoy them. First, the place you feed your baby is really important. Try to find a quiet, peaceful place so you can listen to and enjoy your baby. Get in a comfortable position for both of you, and then give your baby time to completely wake up before feeding time. This is a time for your baby to enjoy being close to you by snuggling and looking at your face and eyes. Whether you are breastfeeding or bottle feeding, hold your baby close so he feels safe and secure. If your baby isn't really awake yet, wait a little while. Babies who wake up to eat take less time to feed, and they eat better. Some babies are just sleepy babies, so you need to gently wash their face to wake them up to eat, or they may not eat enough to stay healthy. You can also try taking your baby's blankets off, talking gently, sitting your baby up, gently brushing her cheeks or rubbing her stomach. Of course, other babies are very active and will tell you when it's time to eat. The important thing to remember is that all babies are just a little bit different. Some parents get anxious about their baby's feeding schedule. They think that their baby needs to eat at a set time, say every 3 hours. This is not true. Don't get uptight. Let your baby tell you when it's time to eat. Just remember that sleepy babies need a little extra help waking up enough to tell you about their food needs. Young babies, especially little ones, do not have good head control. and they can choke if they eat lying down. Instead, be sure your baby's head is higher than his or her hips. This helps prevent your baby from choking. It's really dangerous to put your baby in bed with a bottle propped up. Even if they don't choke, this habit can lead to tooth decay. Babies like to move their arms and legs while they eat. If you will gently touch them or softly speak to them, you can make them feel secure and calm, and they will eat better. And remember, babies can sense your moods and feelings. If adults are upset, babies usually get upset too and won't eat right. It can even hurt their health. Try to be happy and relaxed before and during the time you feed your baby. Your baby can even feel the emotion in your body. If you are tense, your baby may get upset and tense also. So relax and enjoy this time with your baby.
It's kind of a special time to just relax and not think about anything else, and also getting the enjoyment from seeing how happy she gets after she's real hungry and you satisfy her with food.
I just feel like that time when you're nursing is time that you can spend with your baby, and it's good quality time. And it can also be a break for you if you can nurse lying down or feel relaxed. I think that really helps. And I think that sometimes women try to get too much done during a day, and that it's better just to let some things go and spend some time with your baby instead.
Your baby can be a part of your family meals right from the start. Keep an infant seat handy so your baby can sit on the table during meals. Babies seem to enjoy talking, yes, talking in baby talk about the foods they are eating. Listen, and soon you will learn the cues your baby uses to say, "I want to eat," "I'm full," or "I want to play or rest." For example, when babies want to eat, they may put their hands in their mouths, make sucking movements, clench their fists over their chest or tummy, or just cry while mouthing like they are eating. But of course, crying doesn't always mean that a baby is hungry. Crying can also mean that your baby is just tired, cold, hot, sick, bored, scared, or just wants to be with you.
Well, he'll let me know when he's hungry because he'll cry, or he'll go and he'll start picking at things, and he'll tell you when he's hungry.
I can usually tell when Tino's hungry because he starts getting really fussy, and if I check his diaper's not wet, and so I kind of go through these things to see if maybe he wants to play, or when I find that distractions don't work, then usually it's because he's hungry. And also he might suck on his fingers, or if I hold him, he might kind of nuzzle a little bit like he wants to nurse. That's how I can tell usually.
She gets cranky usually, and she'll start eating her hands and anything she can get a hold of.
She starts trying to climb on her high chair or on the kitchen chairs.
Usually they tell you when they're hungry.
During feeding time, babies of all ages also give "I need a break" cue. Some babies need to take a break many times during one feeding period. This does not mean that they are finished eating. It just means they need a break. Babies give suck pause cues. While eating, your baby will probably suck about 10 to 15 times. Then pause for 3 to 5 seconds to rest before sucking again. Let your baby rest between sucks. This short break is a good time to talk and allow your baby to look at your face. Baby talk can also tell you your baby needs a longer break. This talking may include crying, spitting up, choking, arching a back, pulling away, or looking away. Relax and let your baby rest. After a short break, your baby will turn back to you and eat some more. All babies give cues when they are full. It is important to listen to this baby talk so that you will not overfeed your baby. When babies are full, they often squeeze up their faces, arch their back, push away, open or relax their arms by their body, or have very relaxed fingers. If they fall asleep and there is milk drool on their mouth, they are full. Until babies are about 6 months old, all they need is breast milk or iron-fortified formula. If babies eat baby food too early, they might not get enough breast milk or formula to stay healthy. Babies who are fed baby food before they are old enough or mature enough often get fat, develop food allergies, or get stomach aches from not digesting the baby food well. You will know when babies are ready for solid foods by watching for things they can do. Babies are ready for solid foods when they can sit with a little help, turn their head, open their mouth and lean forward or backwards, and turn their heads away when not hungry. The time from when your baby is eating solid foods to the time your child is eating table food is called the transition period. Your baby will probably learn to eat semi-solid food that you feed from a spoon. Be patient. It may take your baby a while to get the hang of eating with a spoon. Remember, there's a big difference in a soft nipple and a hard spoon, so try to use a spoon that has a soft coating on it. Only put a small amount of food on the tip of the spoon. When you first start feeding with a spoon, show your baby the spoon as you lift it to his mouth so he can look at it and won't be surprised by the spoon. Let babies feel the food with their fingers or put their fingers into their mouths. Don't worry about the mess. Your baby is probably still nursing or bottle feeding at this time, so these meal times with soft foods are more about discovering foods than eating enough to live on. Be careful not to restrict your baby's arms with the high chair tray. Let your baby lean forward towards the spoonful of food or sit back and turn away when it's time to rest or when full. If you're using an infant seat to feed your baby, be sure that it is set in an upright position. Babies can choke if the infant seat is not upright, and they cannot move to give you cues when lying down. Let your baby take the lead during your feeding time. Don't force food into your baby. By allowing babies to take the lead, they are more willing to try new things. Oh, and here's a tip that will make weaning time easier. Don't put juice in a bottle. Wait until your baby is able to drink from a cup. Then let your baby discover delicious fruit juices. If you feed your baby juice or soft foods with the bottle, weaning is much harder. You may be wondering when is the right time to let your baby start eating solid foods. At about 6 months, give your baby some thin baby cereal. If he can move it from the front of his mouth to the back, he's ready for solid food. Through the next weeks, gradually make the cereal thicker. At about 8 months, your baby will begin a chewing pattern with his tongue, which moves the food from side to side and mashes food with his jaws. This is your baby telling you it's time for forked mashed vegetables and fruits. Add only one new food to your baby's diet at a time, so if there is an allergic reaction, you will know which food may have caused the problem. As your baby's grasp develops, she will practice picking up pieces of food and putting them in her mouth. It's time to add finger foods. This can be a really fun time for your baby. Try offering things your baby can eat with fingers, such as crackers, cooked carrots, bananas, and little pieces of canned fruit. As eating habits mature, let your baby set the pace. Relax. Don't try to make your baby eat too fast or overeat. Your baby may be saying, "I'm full for now," by simply showing less interest in the food and eating slower. When babies show these signals, don't force food upon them. This will only get them upset and lead to a struggle. Instead, relax. Listen to your baby's cues. As your baby grows, the cues will change, and if you listen, your baby will probably enjoy meal times and be willing to try new, healthy foods.
Yeah, you just have to be relaxed about them making a big mess. Put a bib on them, maybe put a cloth on the floor or something, and try not to worry too much about them getting food all over their face.
There's nothing wrong with them getting dirty. That's normal. That's part of them being babies.
If you talk to them and stay with them for a little while, they'll go to sleep or stop crying. So that helps.
You know, she usually tells you when she's had enough, because if you try to force it, then she'll get sick on you.
I'm not too much into schedules. So if she's hungry in like an hour, I'll feed her in an hour. I don't mind.
Learning your baby's cues about food can start a lifelong habit of listening and responding to the real needs. Your baby will learn early to trust you, and you will develop a special closeness with your baby when you take time to listen to your baby.
Listen to you talk, you speak so clearly. There's little doubt about the things you say. Your face, your hands, the way you move your body. Say when it's time to eat, to sleep and to play. I take time to listen to my baby. I take time to listen sense your needs as you tell them all to me.
The preceding was a production of New Mexico State University. The views and opinions in this program are those of the author and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of the NMSU Board of Regents.